of Nigerian newspapers, and I begin with the Blueprint. The major story here: Black Sunday, 51 killed in Niger. Lagos tanker Inferno, 48 gets mass burial. And the riders there, over 50 cows perish. Bago expresses shock, directs NSEMA's immediate intervention. A sad one there, as the tanker exploded along the Lapai-Agay Road in Niger State. Another story here quickly: Europe-bound woman conceals cocaine opioid in sanitary pads. And DLA destroyed 100,000 kilograms of cannabis in Ekiti, arrests 3 others in Kaduna, Jigawa states. NAFDAC probes Pastor Jeremiah's miracle water and soap. They have come out to say that those products are not registered. At the top corner there, banditry. Turji reduces levy on Zamfara community from 50 million naira to 30 million naira. And here we have another story at the downstrip. Reports of soldiers' mass resignation over corruption, low morale, fake. The army has come to refute that report. And traditional rulers storm Badagry market to force down food prices. Some stories on the front page of the Blueprint there. To this Nigeria newspaper: Zamfara, Kaduna, Katsina lead in ransom payment to kidnappers. That's what a report is saying. SBM intelligence says over 1 billion naira paid in 1 year. More than 7,000 abducted nationwide within the same period. Fuel crisis probe NNPC reverse price. Serap urges Tinubu to check critical situation. It could lead to malnutrition, experts warn. And Wike signs MOU with 2 Chinese companies for light water supply. At the top corner, economic sabotage. Senate postpones oil probe over wider consultations. Right, some stories on the front page of this Nigeria newspaper. To the First News newspaper: exodus in the ranks, and 196 soldiers file for retirement. As concerns grow in military, army refutes mass exit rumors, reaffirms soldiers' right to voluntary departure. APC chieftain to Tinubu: act fast, suffering in Nigeria becoming unbearable. And another group, a group urges APC Okpebolo to explain promise to provide Edo with insecurity. And story here: VAT fuel price hikes will worsen hardship. Atiku slams Tinubu's punitive policies. Some stories there on the front page of the First News newspaper. Now to the front page of the Daily Trust newspaper: 48 people, 50 cows killed in Niger road accident. Resident blames speed, bad road. Kidnapped Borno judge regains freedom after 2 months. Deaths by air pollution more than those of malaria, HIV minister is quoted as saying. We are owed 30 months allowances. Border security personnel cry out. The cry overstay at stations. We're reviewing the process. Customs ad hoc arrangement over. Now, those are some stories on the front page of the Daily Trust newspaper. We move to the Leadership newspaper now. And a major story here: poverty, ignorance boosting organ trafficking in Nigeria. And there are infographics here saying about 651 kidneys were illegally transplanted from Nigeria between 2015 and 2020. And in 2020 alone, 129,681 organs were transplanted globally. And in Nigeria, young girls sell their eggs for as little as 50,000 naira. That's what the report is saying. And the kidney payments range from a few $100s in developing countries to $20,000 to $30,000 in developed nation. A concerning report there. Another story here: Naira devaluation, subsidy removal, cripple manufacturers. And tanker explosion kills 48 persons, 50 cows in Niger. Pump price, PRIP, NNPCL now. Serap tells Tinubu. Some stories on the front page of the leadership newspaper. To the platform times now. Nigeria Immigration Service deports 61 foreigners in August 2024. Reverse fuel price, PRIP, NNPCL. Serap tells Tinubu. Ogun government seals 5 companies over environmental infractions, others. Some stories on the front page of the platform times. To the Inquirer now. FCT residents groan over the fuel hike. Parents' mall school change for their words. More car owners turn to Kabu Kabu. And Nigerians not enjoying benefits of increased allocation to states. A survey is quoted as saying that. You might want to get more details on that story. Some stories on the front page of the Abuja Inquirer. Now to the Nigerian Tribune. Increasing VAT, that's value-added tax, to 10% will consume Nigerians. That is what Atiku is quoted as saying. Says taxes destroying businesses, aggravating poverty. Osun ready for transition to agro-industrial state. Adeleke, the governor, is quoted as saying that. And those are some of the stories you find on the front page of the Nigerian Tribune. Lamide.
I begin here with Nigerian News Direct, and the big story here is Atiku slams federal government over 10% value-added tax hike, fuel price surge, warns of worsening economic downturn. Says policy will endanger livelihoods, Nigeria's already fragile economic stability. Reverse petrol price increase within 48 hours or face legal action. Serap tells Tinubu. Save Nigerians from crushing hardship. APC chieftain begs Tinubu. Nigeria has too many ministries. Needs slimming down. That's according to Tafawa Balewa. NAFDAC sales water factory. That's the Miracle Water Factory. Another story here says NDLEA seizes cocaine opiates hidden in a sanitary pot. Hair cream bound for the United Kingdom, Europe. The report here shows how we are positioning Osun to be an agro-industrial hub in the southwest, according to the governor. The major stories on the front page of Niger News Direct. To the Salient Times, VAT fuel price hikes will worsen cost of living crisis. Atiku warns. Ensure completion of national refinery project by September or sue contractors. Falana tells the federal government. On Edo election, 4 Obaseki's aides resign, dump the People's Democratic Party. I am not barren, Obaseki's wife replies Oshomole. Interesting. 30 die, 50 cows burnt in Niger tanker explosion. And another story here says NAFDAC warns against miracle water soap sold by churches. Says investigation ongoing. Nigeria's Oluwafemi Ayo breaks para-powerlifting records, wins gold medal. Some stories on the front page of the Salient Times. To the Nation. Investors take federal government of Nigeria $500 million bond to oversubscription. Experts project 100% intake, final allotment to beneficiaries this week. Nigeria Chinese companies signed $1 billion iron ore to steel project pacts. Wike Chinese firms sign MOUs to boost water power in the FCT, and how to deepen CNG penetration by operators. Resident doctors to lose 7 days' pay to strike. No work, no payroll stays. 48 die in Niger tanker fire as double multiple crashes. Kill 1 in Lagos. PDP knocks Kwankwaso for referring to the party as dead. NBA 6 probe of lawyer's death. These are the major stories on the front page of The Nation. To the Punch, Marketers plan petrol import as NNPCL Dangote's talks drag. Petrol dealers to meet Dangote over pricing. Uncertainty over NNPC's September 15 PMS lifting. Edman laments as NNPC delays supplies at depot. Pump price nears 1,250 in states. ASU government panel to meet on Wednesday. That's on the proposed strike. Turn charge with terrorism, according to the Minister of Justice, Lateef Fagbemi, on 4 billion naira illegal arms. A report here says over 1,000 soldiers resigned from the army in 4 years. 48 passengers, 50 cows killed in Niger tanker fire. And on the Edo election, Obaseki's eagle caused a rift with Oshomole. That's according to the APC. A group urges some people to unite for Ighodalo. Major stories on the front page of the Punch to Business Day. A report here is saying how Nigeria can boost revenue without raising taxes. Economists worried about nation's debt. Gates says government must justify citizens' tax. Food inflation seen reversing and petrol price hike. Data shows direct relationship between food inflation, petrol price. Dangote refinery eyes Nigeria's $268 million polypropylene market. The major story is on the front page of Business Day to Daily Independent. Disputes may scuttle in a bank's recapitalization plan, and the group says they're exploring peace options. Niger government months as multiple accident claim 48% man drowned in Jigawa River. That fuel price hike blazing Inferno that may consume Nigerians. Article 1 says increases destined to deepen cost of living crisis. ICPC rallies 36 state ages stakeholders against corruption. Kwankwaso is inconsequential in Nigerian national politics, the People's Democratic Party said on Sunday, and Serap gives Tinubu ultimatum to reverse petrol price hike. Some stories on the front page of Daily Independent to national economy. On toxic waste from used mobile phones, others, Nigerians risk brain damage, other health hazards, as International Telecommunications Union ranks country third in electronic waste in Africa. On NIM SIM linkage, a strategic approach to tackling fraud insecurity. That's a report there. And Nigeria ranks third in World Bank's IDA debt. Federal government China formalized Belt Road Nuclear Corporation. Some stories on the front page of the national economy to the Nature News. Minister urges action on air pollution menace. UNICEF certifies Kaduna's 9 local government areas as open defecation free. Ex-VP cries out as insecurity takes toll on farmers at Greek in Nigeria. Food fish crisis looms in the Niger Delta. Experts raise alarm. Some stories on the front page of the Nature News. And finally on the Sporting Life, Oluwafemi Ayo clinches gold, sets new world record. Nigeria ends 2024 Paris on golden note. Osimhen backs fumbling Boniface, tips Lukman to win African Porter, says Eagles desperate to bounce back. Sabalenka beats Pegula to win US Open, but yet to make progress with Musiala. The major stories on the front page of the Sporting Life this morning, Veronica.
Okay, I believe that our view